Let us completely wipe our memories of modern glass slabs for a second and put ourselves directly in the shoes of an early adopter unboxing this thing for the very first time. Taking a hands-on approach with the gadget that started the modern smartphone era reveals a massive amount about how raw and experimental early mobile technology actually was. When reviewers like Marques Brownlee or Michael Fisher look back at these vintage devices, they always point out the immediate shock of the build quality. The moment you picked it up, the cold, premium feel of the bead-blasted aluminum back panel heavily contrasted with the cheap plastic bodies of contemporary devices. The hardware just felt dense and expensive. Navigating the basic grid of applications was an absolute revelation, but you have to remember how incredibly limited it was by today's standards. There was no digital application storefront whatsoever on day one. You got exactly what was pre-installed on the device, and that was it. The entire concept of an app ecosystem simply did not exist yet. If you wanted third-party functionality, you had to rely on incredibly clunky web applications running through the Safari browser. Despite this glaring limitation, the user interface was a massive leap forward. Scrolling through a list of contacts with just a flick of your finger, with that perfectly tuned kinetic scrolling and the little rubber band bounce effect at the bottom of the list, felt like literal magic in 2007. We also have to talk about the physical feeling of the device. It was perfectly sized for one-handed use, sliding effortlessly into a pocket without feeling like a massive brick. The responsiveness of the early touch interface was light years ahead of the resistive touchscreens on Windows mobile devices that literally required you to push your fingernail hard into the plastic to register a tap. It is a fascinating deep dive into the raw user experience of a vintage piece of history. You were constantly aware that you were holding the future, even when you were waiting 30 seconds for a single web page to load over a painfully slow 2G network connection. It set the absolute baseline for what a premium mobile experience should feel like.